Hey there, my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get started with your weekly Wednesday tarot reading for the week of May 8th to May 14th, 2025. All right, let's see what's happening. If you would like to, definitely go back and forward throughout this reading. There are certain things that will come up that will make sense now, won't make sense now, will make sense later, won't make sense later. All right, so definitely look at the images. This might be for somebody specific, so I'll move my hand. Look at the images on these cards because they might spark something in your specific intuition, all right, at any given time. All right, so let's see what the Oracle has in store for you for this week, Aries. Like I said, the week of May 8th to the 14th, 2025. Take things as they resonate. Do not force them to. All right, so for you, my Aries, we have touching earth, planting something new, marked by the number 12, aka 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, this is expansion, this is community, this is, growing abundance. All right, so touching earth, like I said, planting something new. What are you choosing to plant right now? What are you choosing to grow? What area are you choosing to expand in right now? Go do it. Okay, Aries, like, do not hesitate. Okay, ground yourself in what it is that you desire, what you want to flow into your experience, and have fun with it. Be excited that you know that you are right now experiencing, like, planting the seed, planting the seed aspect of it, that you are going to get to enjoy the journey of watching it grow. And then when you actually, like, really have that thing, Aries, like, it's gonna be like, oh, this was amazing, this whole process was so dope. All right, Aries, so be in that energy. It's funny that your next at the bottom of the deck energy card is marked by the number 42, aka 6. All right, that is the energy of giving and receiving. A lot of you are in that grand manifestation energy, so I love that for you. You have wings of light, becoming something new, planting something new, and becoming something new. Do you feel me? All right, do you feel the vibe? Allow that to have you, like, it says wings. I was about to refer to them, but it also says wings. Have yourself, your body, your heart be light as a feather as you are carried through this experience, through this journey, to create what it is that you want to create, whether it's something tangible, whether it's just like a new aspect of who you are, what you are capable of, what you are attracting. Like, be excited for this new thing to come into your experience. Okay, love that energy so far for you, Aries. We're going to go ahead and dive into the tarot to see what else comes out for you. All right, so let's see, Aries, for May 8th to May 14th, 2025, for my Aries collective. What do we got here? We're going to do a challenge for you. What can help you with that challenge? The past energy, the right now, present, the potential outcome, as well as the advice. On the bottom of the deck, you do have perspective, all right? It's about perspective shifts. This can also be seen as the hanged man, okay? So taking a very a farther view than you have been towards certain things, seeing the bigger picture of things, that's definitely going to help you. It's definitely the energy that you have been embodying, because, you're wanting to know how you can be as clear as possible and establish or get your hands on the specific seed that you want to plant, because that is very important. When you touch that earth, when you get your hands dirty and put that seed into the ground with intention, you're wanting to make sure that you have all your dots in a row. What is ducks in a row? All right, and this is not even saying that you have to be clear in, oh my god, like things have to happen exactly like this. You don't have to have everything all planned out. What you need to do is be clear on what you want. Everything else is just like, that's the enjoying the journey part. All right, so seeing in the grand scheme of things what you want for yourself, what you want to embody, planting that seed. Okay, that's what you're subconsciously and consciously aware of right now. In regard to your challenge, you are having challenge kind of being in that grounding energy, because maybe for us Aries, we're very, like, fast paced. Grounding energy requires a little bit of taking our time type of situation, spending more time realizing that or being in that quiet energy, like, yo, we can, and no, like, it's like Aries, we already know that we are, and we already know that we can, but like sitting in that energy is different from just like doing. You're going to realize that you don't really have to do that much, but yeah, you're having trouble kind of stepping back from always being on the go, always having to act and all of those things, realizing that, the seed is coming from you in the first place. So regardless of what you do or don't do, sometimes in some cases, the specifics, we'll have to do personal readings for that, which are linked in my bio, and not my bio, in the description down below. It's not the hustle and bustle that you think it is. All right. So kind of changing your perspective in the way that you see where abundance can grow and come from. What can help you with that is the Page of Pentacles in reverse, kind of, being reflective about what and how things have come to you in the past. What was the journey or the process in regard to that? Some things have come to you really, really easily. Some things like you fought for, you forced. Realizing the things that you forced, they didn't even come to you the way that you really wanted them to, or they weren't as good as you thought they were because they were forced, type of situation. It's like really reflective energy will help you kind of ground yourself in that Queen of Pentacles energy more, where you're just like, you know what, I do want it to be easier. I do want to like kind of do things differently so that I can attract different outcomes, All right. So this Two of Swords here is your past energy. You made a large decision, medium, small, whatever, may who's it, and it was kind of like some of you were confused in regard to this, like going back and forth, but there was a decision that you made, clearly that has affected the present. Whether this, we're going to get more clarification on this, but whether this decision can or will affect the future here on out depends on you, because you can always decide differently. Okay. Let me see. You do have the Six of Wands here in reverse. So this is something I just want you all to know, Aries, that you are doing for yourself. Okay. First and foremost, it's about intention. All right. This is about the intention that you should be putting in this seed. So doing this for yourself, you're not doing it for anybody else. No accolades, no, whatever. This is like an inner victory. Okay. This is stepping back from, showing off, or whatever the reason is, that if you really reflect, whatever the reason is that you're doing this, that, or the third, or you're wanting to become this, that, or the third, it's not to show anybody anything. It's all for you. Okay. So this is the present moment energy. You are planting this seed for you. Okay. At the end of the day, you do have this Death and Rebirth card in reverse, because some of you are, it's right next to your challenge. Some of you are resisting, this new way of manifestation, going about things. But Aries, like, when have you ever backed down from a challenge? Like, that can help you with your challenge as well. Let go of the resistance, do something differently, take on this new adventure, let it help you vibrate differently and see what happens. If you're the spontaneous, adventurous Aries that, you think you are, what's the problem here? Like, go. Find out what's waiting for you. This is how we have fun with the experience of life. The advice here for you is the Two of Wands in reverse, to do things just more at a more slow pace. All right. You don't have to if you're rushing throughout life this whole time, you don't have a chance to sit down and enjoy and be grateful for this experience, being grateful for being sent here in the first place, or choosing to be sent here in the first place. Like, you're supposed to enjoy this sunset. You don't always have to be moving, so Aries, what are you going to do from here on out to be able to, kind of slow down and take a breath and enjoy? You're supposed to be enjoying and having fun. Okay. So, this is a very reflective time, Aries. If any of this has helped you so far, I'm so happy. We're going to go ahead and clarify these messages for you, see what else comes out. All right. And again, this is for the week of May 8th to May 14th, 2025. All right. So clarifications for my Aries, please. All right. Let's see. All right, so Aries, on the bottom of the deck, you had a perspective there. So perspective is clarified by the Lover's card. Okay, these are two major arcana, and as you know, major arcana are like that background energy vibe we have that continues to have us experience cycles until we get the common denominators of, what's happening here, what needs to change, how do I need to transform the situation, what I need to learn in order to get to the next level. Okay, so subconscious energy here, having a broader perspective on what you want to accomplish in your life is helping you learn the lesson of how to love yourself more, how to gain that relationship that you need to gain with self, how to be more certain, with the decisions that you make, all of these things. Okay, so it's for your betterment to go on this new type of journey, to do something different than you have always been doing. Okay, you do have the Spirit or the Queen of Pentacles here for the challenge. The Four of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the Three of Pentacles, is here clarifying that challenging energy. So with the Four of Pentacles, it's like you're not sure of if there will be a safety net there, or if you're doing the right thing. It's just a little bit of confusion here. But at the end of the day, again, if you have that, you're having trouble trusting in this Three of Pentacles energy too, that you'll be able to have that trust system within yourself, that things will just show up for you if you do, in comparison to what you usually do, nothing. If you just take on a different way of getting, you're afraid that it just won't work out the same way, nowhere near, when you're kind of putting a barrier in your way, you're resisting, you're standing in front of your own greater success, because you won't even try it. What can help you with this is the Page of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Hermit card in reverse, as well as the Nine of Pentacles. As you can see, there's a lot of Pentacles energy coming up here, because it's actually safer than you think it is. All right, this is actually leading to I know you're gonna go through a situation where nobody's gonna really understand your journey, and it might make you feel rather lonely, that nobody understands, or whatever. I mean, who's it? It's not about that. It's about you having that alone time, like you having that energy where only okay, you don't have to drag anybody along with you. Ultimately, you're going to get to that point where you're self-sufficient. You're even more self-sufficient than you've ever been. You're even more satisfied with life. You're even more independent and confident. And then when you get to that point, everybody else that you didn't do it for in the first place, because remember we talked about that, they're going to be like, wait, what? How'd you? And what you're going to say is not going to make sense to them, not all of them at least, and they're not even going to, follow it or ask more questions, or just, they're going to see, it's going to seem to them as if you're just like putting them off. And they're not going to understand until they understand. So again, you can't drag anybody along. You can't make them ready to be where you're going to be, and you can't make yourself be ready to where you're going. This is your journey. You move in your own time. All right. So, Aries, I mean, if that future seems like you want it, like you want to be self-sufficient, and you want to, this, that, and the third for yourself, you're going to have to do something different in order to attract a different outcome. That's that. All right. So past energy, this decision that you were making has to do with the Four of Wands and the Star card in reverse. Okay. So I feel like you were trying to make a decision that kind of moved you away from this disbelief within yourself. You were trying to marry, with the Four of Wands here, you're trying to marry a different type of energy, or come together with a different type of energy. So it's like essentially leaving that hopelessness behind, or that the uncertainty behind, and kind of merging yourself with new vibrant energy to the point where you are open to new things coming your way, or attracting a different type of energy. With this current energy, you have the Six of Wands there in reverse, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the Two of Pentacles here. The whole deck of Pentacles is coming out for you. Like, this is about your safety and security. This is about, magnetizing money and people that will help you get more money and stability and confidence. This is about you becoming even more of a leader than you already are. So if you think you're up there now, Aries, please, like, there is so much more that you can climb to, that you can amount to. It's really crazy, but again, you have to want to be there. You have to want to do this for yourself. You have to realize how much power you hold, and that you've only like hit the surface of it, So yeah, like right now you're trying to figure out, this is the 7 of Pentacles here. You're trying to figure out, or you're taking a moment to figure out and make sure that you have the right seeds to plant to move forward, And with this 2 of Pawns, I mean, it says Pawns, but 2 of Pentacles here is you being able to, put all of these things mentally, or if you need to write them down in front of you, and being able to compartmentalize them and put them where they need to be, so that you can ultimately look at it from a further, a wider perspective, and be able to make a sound decision about what you want. Okay, be reflective. Take that time. Give yourself that time now, Aries, because you love yourself and you deserve it. Okay, so sit down and don't move until you figured it out. It's a form of self-love, for real. The Death card in reverse has to do with your potential outcome, and it is clarified by the Ace of Wands as well as the Knight of Wands in reverse. All right, so this is the resistance that you have, that you are, working through, that there is new responsibilities, like new willpower. There's a new spark that you're wanting to do, something that you're passionate about, but it's like you're quick to cut it down, because you either don't know how to get there, or are not readily receptive of this new avenue that you take, this slower avenue that you have to take in order to grow this into a tangible thing, So it's like, be aware of that, Aries. If you're standing in your own way, if you're not, again, when is Aries not up for a challenge and an adventure? If you have to keep telling yourself that, if you're realizing that you're like second guessing, or like, when is Aries second guess themselves? Like, I'm not sure if I posted it on here, but I posted a video where we just kind of do it. It's not always like a fast paced thing, but if there's something new that we're wanting to explore or accomplish, we just do it, So Aries, just do it. All right, so you do have the 2 of Wands in reverse for your advice, clarified by the Strength card, as well as the Page of Pentacles. Again, how many times have I said Pentacles in this reading? Okay, so it's there's a new type of strength here. There's a strength that you don't know about, in regard to quiet and serenity, and again, moving slower than you usually move. Aries, keep in mind that you don't know what you don't know. So if you never give it a try, you never know how much this can actually work in your favor. Like, things can actually work in your favor, but you have to be ready with that Page of Pentacles to actually start with those baby steps first. All right, take that initial action to at least go in a different direction than you have before, and you'll realize that it's more profitable and better for your life than what you're previously used to. It's okay, and it'll ultimately help you be happier in your day-to-day experience. All right, so last but not least, I'm going to help pull some shadow work cards for you, even though the cards kind of gave you that already. But anything, any and everything that can help, of course. All right, again, if you want to book a personal reading with me, that information is in the description below. Alrighty, so for you, Aries, shadow work for the 8th of May to the 14th of May 2025, we have here for you prejudice. What if you were categorized into a group and given attributes that were false without truly knowing who you are? All right. You also have on the bottom of the deck, obsessiveness, subconscious energy. Write down what you are obsessing over. Realize that it is emotionally draining you. Okay, this is definitely energy where throughout the whole reading, like, you might want to write down a lot of what you are thinking the most about, because what you think the most about is what you attract, what you create, and what you become. Okay, Aries. So if that is not a part of the seed that you're wanting to plant moving forward, cross that out. All right, it belongs in the garbage. And we need to start to think about and attract new and different ideas. If you're realizing that your brain is going back to that thing, cut it off. Like, it's time for you to, you know, heighten your awareness in that and having the attention to be different and better. All right, Aries. So that's about all I have for you today. Aries, definitely take a gander at last week's reading if you missed it. And I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.